Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're getting into something I think almost everyone learning English runs into. That feeling of, getting stuck. Silently translating every single word from your own language into English.
Absolutely. It's that internal translator working overtime.
Exactly. And it can be really limiting, right? So this deep dive is for you, if that sounds familiar.
It really can slow you down.
Our mission today, then, is pretty clear. We want to pull out some practical, really actionable steps you can use to break that habit.
Yeah, concrete things people can actually do.
We're talking about training your brain, essentially, to think directly in English. And we believe you can see real progress, maybe even within weeks, if you practice consistently.
Definitely. It's about building a new mental pathway.
So let's explore how to actually make that happen. Where does this habit even come from? Why do we translate in the first place?
Well, it's crucial to understand the root cause. See, when we first start learning a language, it's natural, really, to connect new words with words we already know in our native language.
Like matching pairs.
Exactly. Think about it. Maybe in Bangla, the word for book is anko. So you learn IA becomes book. Or a phrase like, I am playing 𝗂𝗃𝗃 gets mapped straight onto I am hungry.
Okay, that makes sense as a starting point.
It feels like a bridge initially. But this method creates what we call the long road.
The long road.
Yeah. Your brain thinks in your native language first, then it translates that thought into English. Then you finally speak.
Ah, okay. I see the steps.
And even if that process only takes a few seconds in a real conversation, those seconds feel like ages. It makes you nervous, you pause.
You might even forget what you were going to say.
Exactly, you forget your point. Now contrast that with how native speakers work.
Right.
When they feel hungry, their brain just directly thinks, I'm hungry. There's no middle translation step from some other language.
It's just direct thought to speech.
That direct connection, that's the goal. It's not just a habit. It's about like rewiring your brain, building new pathways. And that's what we want to help you do. Build that instinctive English pathway.
That long road really does sound like a huge energy drain. So, okay, what's the very first, maybe the most basic thing someone can do to start shortening it? To think directly?
It starts with something incredibly simple, but don't underestimate how powerful it is. It's name your world in English.
Name your world.
Yeah. Right now, wherever you are listening, just look around. What do you see? A lamp, a wall, a cup.
Okay.
Just look at the object and say its English name. You can say it out loud or just silently in your head. Chair, door, pen, phone.
That sounds almost too simple. But for someone feeling really stuck, does that ever feel like just another chore? How do you make sure it actually sticks, becomes automatic?
That's a really good point. The key here is the goal. Creating a direct link.
Right.
When you see a chair, you want your brain to just fire chair, not think the word in your native language first, then translate it.
You're cutting out the middleman.
Exactly. You're bypassing that whole native language detour. And the way to make it stick? Consistency. Do it every single day.
Just for a few minutes.
Even just a few minutes, wherever you are. Consciously practicing this daily trains your brain. Eventually, it starts skipping the translation automatically.
Okay, so naming your world is step one. Let's move to another technique. A lot of learners feel this huge pressure. They think they need to build these long, complicated sentences right away.
I see that all the time.
How does that pressure play into this translation habit?
Oh, massively.
Yeah.
That pressure almost forces you back into translating in your head because complex sentences feel harder to form directly.
Right.
So, technique number 2 is the antidote. Use short sentences in daily life. Start small.
Like really small.
Really small. Right. Everyday things. When you're eating, just think or say, this food is delicious. When you wake up, I am brushing my teeth. Leaving the house, I'm going outside.
Simple present moment stuff.
Exactly. These aren't just random sentences. Using these small, direct sentences builds a really powerful habit. Because they are simple, your brain can actually hold them directly in English.
Without needing that translation crutch.
Precisely. No need to translate from your native language first.
Okay, this next technique feels a bit different, but you say it's really powerful. Technique 3, inner dialogue.
Yes. This is literally talking to yourself, but silently, in English, inside your own head.
We all have that running commentary, right? Those inner thoughts. Like maybe you think, hey, it's raining today, I need to take an umbrella.
Exactly. We all have that inner voice. The technique is about consciously reframing those everyday thoughts directly into English.
So instead of the Bangla thought.
Right. Instead of thinking, 𝗪𝗡𝗔𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊𝗪𝗔𝗊 take an umbrella.
Ah, I see. You're catching the thought and switching the language internally.
You got it. And this is so powerful because, well, you can practice anytime, anywhere. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a partner.
Your brain becomes your practice partner.
Our brain is your partner. Exactly.
Okay, let's hit another big one. Something that really trips people up and makes them freeze. Technique number 4. Stop worrying about perfect grammar while speaking.
Oh, this is a huge one.
It must be a major reason people just default back to translating, right? They get stuck in their heads questioning everything.
Absolutely. Constantly asking, is it present perfect or past simple? Should I say went or gone?
Yeah.
That kind of internal grammar check just keeps you locked in translation mode.
So what's the advice? Just ignore grammar.
Not ignore it forever, but consciously let go of the need for perfection while you are speaking.
Focused on getting the message across.
Exactly. Communication first. If you say, yesterday I go market, look, people will understand you.
Even though it's not grammatically perfect.
Right. Yesterday I went to the market is correct, sure. But when you're starting to break the translation habit, getting the words out is more important than flawless grammar.
You can fix the grammar later.
You refine it later. Once the direct communication starts flowing, trying to be perfect from the start just keeps you stuck. Think of it like building a house. You get the structure up first, then you worry about the paint job.
Okay, that makes sense for getting started. But what about later? For someone who does need more advanced or professional English, when does grammar become the priority again? How do they make that shift without falling back into that, perfection trap?
That's a great question. The shift happens after you're communicating more freely. Once your brain is starting to think more directly in English, then you can dedicate time to refining.
So it's not about getting it perfect before you speak.
No. It's about using your communication, even the imperfect bits, as learning opportunities after you speak. You listen more, you notice how native speakers phrase things, maybe you do some focused grammar study then, but you absorb it naturally.
It's the fear of making mistakes that holds you back initially.
Exactly. That fear keeps you stuck. Allowing mistakes, paradoxically, is what helps you build natural, confident speech faster.
Okay. And finally, our 5th technique. You mentioned this is one of the most effective methods used globally.
Yes, absolutely. The shadowing technique.
Shadowing. What exactly does that involve?
It means you listen to a native speaker, maybe from a podcast like this one, or a movie, a YouTube video, anything really.
Okay.
And you immediately repeat what they say, like an echo.
Right after they say it.
Instantly. The crucial part is no waiting, no thinking, no translating. You just copy what you hear.
So if they say, I'm going to the store.
You immediately repeat, I'm going to the store. You're not analyzing it, just mimicking the sounds, the rhythm.
Ah, okay. So it's about the sound and flow, not just the words.
Precisely. It trains your brain to absorb the rhythm, the intonation, the natural flow of English directly. Your mouth gets used to making the sounds. And over time, your brain actually starts to think in that same rhythm.
Creating that direct connection again.
Exactly. It bypasses conscious thought and goes straight to production.
Okay, 5 powerful techniques. But techniques are only useful if you apply them. Let's make this super practical.
Right, a plan.
We want to give you, the listener, a simple daily routine. Just follow it for 1 week. And if you commit to this, we genuinely believe you'll notice a big change in how much you translate versus think directly. So, expert, day 1, how does it start?
Day 1, keep it simple. Spend just 5 minutes looking around wherever you are and name 20 objects in English.
Just point and say them.
Yep. Table, chair, phone, sky, window. That's it. No pressure.
I like that. Grounding yourself in English in your immediate space. What about day 2?
Day 2, focus on their short sentences. Speak 10 short sentences about your morning routine.
Like the examples you gave earlier.
Exactly. I wake up, I wash my face, I drink water, I eat breakfast. Keep them simple, keep them direct.
Makes sense. Day 3.
Day 3, time for shadowing. Find a short English podcast or video clip, maybe just 5 minutes, and practice shadowing. Just echo what you hear.
Okay. Day 4 takes it to writing.
That's right. On day 4, write 5 lines in English about your day. And the key here is no translation first. Just write whatever comes into your head in English.
Even if the grammar's a bit shaky.
Doesn't matter at this stage. Imperfect grammar is totally fine. Just get the thoughts down directly in English.
Right. Day 5, we're taking that inner dialogue outside a bit.
Kind of. Day 5, stand in front of a mirror, have a mini conversation with yourself.
Like actually talk to the mirror.
Yeah. Ask yourself, how are you? And answer back, I'm fine. I'm a little tired today. I think I want some tea. Just a short, simple exchange.
Gets you used to speaking English thoughts aloud.
Day 6. Day 6, watch another short video in English, but this time, pause after each line or sentence.
And
then repeat what was said, but try to put it in your own words. Still keeping it simple. This mixes listening with active production.
Okay, combines a few skills. And finally, wrapping up the week, Day 7.
Day 7 is about reflection and reinforcement. Take a few minutes to review everything you did during the week, what felt easy, what felt hard.
And
then repeat the parts that felt the most difficult for you. Maybe do a bit more shadowing or write a few more sentences. It's about solidifying the learning.
So if you really stick to this 7-day routine, you're actively nudging your brain minute by minute, day by day, away from translation and towards direct thinking in English. You should genuinely feel less need to translate.
Absolutely. And let me share a quick story, if that's okay. It really illustrates this.
Well, you do.
I had a student, let's call him Arif. He really struggled with translation. He told me, whenever someone asked him a question in English, his mind would immediately jump to Bangla.
Okay.
Then he'd mentally translate the question, figure out the answer in Bangla, translate the answer back to English, and by the time he was ready...
The conversation had moved on.
Exactly. He said he felt really embarrassed, always being a step behind.
I can imagine that feeling.
But Arif was determined. He started practicing that inner dialogue technique really diligently. Every single day, he'd wake up and consciously think in English, okay, I'm brushing my teeth now, I am making tea, simple things.
It's like narrating his actions internally.
Yeah. And he also started shadowing. He'd listen to English news reports and just repeat what the anchors were saying consistently.
So what happened?
The translation was honestly quite remarkable. Within about 2 months, he came back and said his answers were just coming out faster.
Wow.
He wasn't consciously translating word by word anymore. The thoughts were starting to form directly in English. His confidence just soared. And pretty soon, he was speaking much more fluently.
That really drives home the point, doesn't it? What consistent focused practice can do, even without having to say, move abroad.
It absolutely does. Arif's story shows it's completely possible. You don't need to be immersed in an English-speaking country, though that helps, of course. You can train your brain right where you are.
It just takes that consistency and the right techniques.
It really does. Thinking in English isn't some kind of magic trick. It's a skill.
Like learning any other skill.
Exactly. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Lots of wobbling, maybe falling off.
Right. At first, you fall. It feels awkward, maybe impossible. But you get back on. You practice every day.
But eventually.
Eventually, your body just knows what to do. You're riding effortlessly, not even thinking about balance or pedaling. It becomes natural.
Thinking in English is the same journey.
It's the same kind of journey. Your brain learns through practice.
That's a great analogy. Because it's true. At first, trying these techniques, talking to yourself in English, it might feel strange.
Awkward.
Your brain might even resist, wanting to snap back to the familiar comfort of your native language.
It probably will try to.
But if you push through that initial discomfort, practice daily with these methods, your brain will adapt.
It absolutely will. It's designed to adapt.
And then one day, you'll just notice it. You'll have that amazing realization, wow, I'm speaking English. And I didn't translate. I wasn't hesitating. That fear wasn't there.
That's the breakthrough moment.
So let's quickly recap the core advice from this deep dive.
Yeah.
The main takeaways are, don't wait for perfection. Start small. Name things around you in English. Use short, simple sentences in your daily life.
Talk to yourself with that inner dialogue.
Yes. And stop fearing mistakes when you speak. Focus on communication first.
And definitely try shadowing native speakers. Follow that simple daily routine we laid out.
If you do these things consistently,
the brain will naturally, gradually shift. It'll move away from that slow, clunky translation process towards thinking directly in English. It's a fundamental shift.
And it unlocks so much more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. When your brain is finally free, no longer bogged down by constantly translating, what might happen? What new ideas, what surprising connections, what deeper insights might you unlock just by thinking directly in a new language?
It's exciting to consider. So keep practicing, keep learning, and maybe most importantly, keep thinking in English.